Wamuthende.
Mbere North politics is on rush hours. Two candidates from different parties. We talk about UDA party and the DCP party, the party for the former president who was impeached some months ago, Rigathi Gachagua, and UDA party who is currently, serving in the office, the party for the current president, William Samoei Ruto. As we talk now, the political mood and speed in Mbere North is on another level. And for the both candidates, the advantage thing is both have support from their bosses. We talk about two candidates, Leo Wamuthende. We talk about a candidate from UDA party and Karish, a candidate from DCP party. The DCP party is being backed by Rigathi Gachagua, former deputy president. And Leo Wamuthende is being backed by the current serving party, the UDA, led by President William Ruto and the current deputy president, Kithure Kindiki. Before I go much further on this, highlights, we have seen a number of hot campaign in the side of Mbere North. The DP Kindiki campaigning for their candidate, Leo Wamuthende. And here is how, it has been going out.
Wamuthende ni fire, si fire. Wamuthende ni fire, si fire.
On the side of DCP candidate Karish, again, DP Gachagua is out on street campaigning for him. Here is how it has been going out.
Hata alikuwa anaambia wakale Nairobi, ati akishinda kiti ya Mbere, hata ingia kwa helicopter huko, akojolewa Mbere akiwa juu ya helicopter.
You've checked and watched through such, videos and clips of the two bosses campaigning and working hard to have their candidates be in the office or chosen as their favorite. Now, Gachagua is out with another energy. And in fact, his energy is somehow a sleepless nightmare, causing a nightmare to the current regime, UDA party, and their boss, William Samoei Ruto. In fact, yesterday we heard him saying he will lock and cause sleepless night. In fact, yesterday we heard him saying that he will never leave Mbere until his candidate Karish is announced as the winner. What do you think of this? Is Gachagua has some, support or backup beyond his measure? Because how sure he is that, Karish is going to be the winner of Mbere North MP or constituency? And what if Karish doesn't, manage, or the votes doesn't favor the side of Karish? Here is the speech of Gachagua saying such.
Mimi Rigiji mtoto ya Maumau, nitakaa hapa mpaka Karish atagaswe kama mjumbe wa Mbere North.
Away from that, also DP Kindiki again is on street the same as Gachagua, fighting hard for their candidate Leo Wamuthende to be their favorite. In fact, to be the favorite of the side of people of Mbere North. Leo Wamuthende, the UDA party is trying what they can at their best level to have Leo Wamuthende be in the office as the next Mbere North MP. In fact, you've even seen the MP, one of the MP from the UDA party, Cecilia Mbere, doing harsh and hard campaigns of giving people rather sweets on street just to ensure the name of Leo Wamuthende remains at the top notch. In fact, the politics of Mbere North, I'm telling you, is on another level, as I just said it before. Here is a speech of, Cecilia Mbere, in fact, on streets, in DP on street, trying what they can to ensure Leo Wamuthende also gets in office.
Mama watoto, gavana wa Embu Sisire Mutumbarire.
Despite all this pressure from the both parties, the UDA and DCP party, each of them are a bit afraid of each other, because in a day, you will hear every, from any side of the party saying how it has been made a plan for, for whichever party to reach or to bribe some people from a certain region just in favor of another candidate. So this means how fearful these two parties are of against each other. In fact, from the side of, the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, we have seen a number of occasions them complaining of how there's been, a plan to bribe voters with, cash shillings just in favor of the UDA candidate Leo Wamuthende. Do you believe that the MP, or rather the election which is just set to happen in the next few days, by election on date of 27th, is it going to be fair, or you see some kind of conspiracy, or some, the vote is not going to be fair, the voting is not going to be rather, that clear enough, or, with so much openness to just give citizens their own results? Do you see some form of bribes or some form of, violence in the voting that is just in few days to happen in Mbere North? What do you think of this? Let me get to have your reaction on, Mbere North election, which is just set to happen on day 27. We call it by-election between two candidates, Leo Wamuthende, the candidate from UDA party, and Karish, candidate from DCP. Let me get to know what do you think at the comments section. Remember, you are watching SCTV. We're just here to catch and have much more, and get to tell you much of what is happening on the side of Mbere North, despite the much pressure, the rush hour, the political move being that now it's just some few days to hit the long-waited day, which is on day 27th, where the two candidates are now going to, set to face each other on the ballot. Call it the voting by-election. Remember, this is SCTV, and you're watching Tom Onyao, always on your screen.